Welcome back to BIBSTER'S Repair Shop. Well, we're in the middle of Death Storm 2020 here. I literally just shoveled like 10 minutes ago. This sucks. So, well, I'm going to try and get this pulled off tonight. So, I'll get it all set up and we'll... Got a buddy who might be stopping by, hopefully, because I'm pretty sure this thing's kind of heavy. It's kind of heavy, so we'll see what we can do. We'll get all set up, bring you back. All right, got you back. So what we're gonna be doing here is taking off. Ooh, I got getting stabbed. The shifter. So what I did is I got both these 9/16 bolts loose, and there's a spring on either side that you want to make sure you kind of sort of capture. So I'm just going to use a flat bar, putty knife here, and kind of get up underneath it. See if that works. Actually, that might not go anywhere. What you don't want is you don't want it to fall down into the transmission. Then you'll have a bad day. Looks like this has been recently apart before I owned it. So I got the one putty knife on that side. Then I'll use this long scraper tool on the other side. I had some, in the last video, some questions on the hydraulic seals. Now on this particular unit, I won't actually be replacing the seals because we're going to be deleting it. Tool underneath me. But I will show you where those are at. In order to replace those seals, you're going to have to do everything I've done so far. And you might be wondering how you would know those seals are out. Is you're going to get hydraulic fluid into your transmission. And how you know that is if you're always low on hydraulic fluid, but yet it's not noticeably leaking out, it could be going into your transmission. So I got the shifter out, and I got both springs in there. As you can see, I'll try and show you here. One spring, two spring. It looks like this had been out, and they just kind of siliconed it up, which works. I know there's some people that don't like silicone for gaskets, but you know, on the right applications, it's going to work fine. If it's a clean surface to a clean surface, it should just be just fine. So, now that this is out, we can take all these 9/16 bolts that run around here. I'm going to zoom you out. We'll get all these out, and then what I think I'm going to do is hopefully get a buddy over here, and we'll pick up either side, and it should tilt enough out that we should be able to get it to clear this brake pedal assembly and then get it slid out. What I've also done is I took, there's a bracket here, bring it over here, that those cables hold on to. So I got that off so I can just leave those cables on. That way, as long as this thing doesn't have any broken, as long as the plate's not broken, it doesn't really have to come apart. We can store it correctly somewhere where it's not going to get water in there, and we can put it on another project. Probably might go on the 1880. Might end up needing this. So I'm going to go ahead and get these taken out, and we'll bring you back. All right, we got all the bolts out. So there's the ones on the front and the ones in the back. There's various lengths. If you're actually putting this back on, it's pretty easy to know because there's kind of 3 different heights. But make sure you put the right ones back. But as you can see, this thing should be pretty much whoop, 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 ready to come out of there. So, but yeah, we were talking a little bit before about, so basically if your hydraulic fluid is getting in your transmission, then your seals are out. And if your seals are out, why is that bad? Is your hydraulic fluid, new hydraulic fluid's only like 10 weight. So you're going to be putting 10 weight oil with your gear oil or your 80-90 whatever your tractor calls for, in your transmission, it's going to lighten up that. You're going to end up, you could have more problems after that. Plus, it's going to be full and it's going to start leaking out everywhere. So, if you're having to always put in hydraulic fluid on one of these old Olivers, it might be those seals. Like I said, you have to do all this stuff. But really, what I've had to do is pretty easy. I mean, I'm an idiot and I can figure it out. So, it's not too bad. I'd say pick up a manual would be the most you might want to do. So my goal here is I want to kind of pick it up and let it kind of come out somewhat clean. Maybe this is where I should have a buddy helping me, but it's snowing outside, so all my buddies are having to shovel snow right now, and it's like there's 17 inches of snow on the ground, so no one really wanted to come out. So means I'll be attempting this on my own, which it looks like there might be. Hold on a second. Trying to figure out how I want to. Kind of need to like bear hug it. Looks like the gasket's still good. Let's see if I can. Coming this way. All right, give me a minute. I want to figure something out here on this, and I'll bring it back. I should have just kept the camera rolling, because I just had to get, well, actually I had to kind of get where the camera's sitting at. And then I was able to kind of get up underneath it and get it out of there. So I'll try and get it all the way out now. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Good hydraulic pump, good. All right, let's take a look. Here, bring you around. All right. So, as you can see by how this seal looks, this is a newer seal. It is half popped out. And it does look like some water might have gotten in there, but that's actually not too bad. Yeah, see, it's popped out. So, but this seal's still in good shape. So I'll try and get that temporarily back in there. The other thing you want to look and see if you're going to reuse this is your mid plate here will be cracked if they get water down in them. And then the water freezes, they'll crack that mid plate. Sometimes they'll also shoot the, it looks like from the feel, get it when we see it get down the seals on the back. So you want to make sure you get your seals accounted for, that they didn't end up down in there. So yeah, here's the transmission. It's got a little bit of gunkiness. The hydraulic pump sits right here. So, your shifter goes in there. This gasket still looks kind of good. Might just try and reuse that. I want to see if I can check out on the gears. I think I have a tooth missing on, I want to say, third gear, but I might have to do some investigating. It's got a thunk. It's got chuck, 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 chuck. So I think I got a tooth missing. I might do some more looking, but let me go get that plate. But yeah, good deal. Good deal getting that out. All right, went out and shoveled again. You can see a pile of snow there because that's what you have to do right here. So yeah, that's the new plate on there. So all this weight here and driving, because it was just to drive that hydraulic pump, is replaced with that nice little flat plate there. I'll get the shifter on it. You do have to run your old drain goes into there now, or your fill. But it'll make it nice if you want to inspect gears or anything in your transmission. You can just pull that right off and get right in there, do whatever you have to do. So I'm gonna see if I have enough bolts. Looks like it's about the same size, so I might only have one too long to bolt, but I'll see if I can put that thing bolted down, because it looks like that gasket's still in really good shape. With what was left on here, as clean as that surface is, I think it's gonna be just fine. And really, in reality, the fluid it just splashes up on the bottom of that head, like splash up and out, so it's not gonna be really under pressure, so should be fine. I'm just gonna try and bolt that up and maybe try and put the shifter back on it, put that back in, and maybe if we get really venturous, we'll put that PTO back in. Everyone's gonna be wondering, is there a PTO in here? Yeah, there probably will be. So I'll get on that, and I'll bring you back in a little bit. I'm putting this plate back on, and if you're ever doing one of these from Corbs, they have a little bit different. They don't use all the same bolts. So this bolt over here, this guy right there, is not on the original pump. It would be like right in here. But it uses this bolt here, which it covers up on here. So sometimes your gasket might not. On this one, I was able to reuse that gasket, and so the hole wasn't punched out for that. So first I didn't think it was going to go in. So it didn't. I was able to reuse all the same bolts, except I'm going to need one more of these. And of course, it's hardware store's already closed. I don't have one around. So I'll pick one of those up tomorrow, because this bolt head here, they use the same level as these three, which normally is only two, and there are these two that go down here, but there's this really long one that goes through this whole housing, which I have over there. So I'll just get two of these going, get it all pretty much snugged up, probably put the shifter on, get a couple of these tightened up, and then I guess I'll get the bolts, but put the shifter on, put the fill cap in, and slide in the probably get that PTO slid back in tonight. Well, I also decided to, before I bolted that whole thing down, I wanted to make sure to put this PTO in, so the last thing I wanted was have a problem lining this thing up and have to take that cover back off. So I got a couple of bolts in there, stopped, and then I slid this in. It slid in really nice now. Again, we were talking about if I want to pull this out, because I don't technically need it. Well, I need a plate, and yeah, it's got some weight to it, but the weight that this thing weighs isn't going to affect what I'm trying to pull. I don't think it's going to make that big of a deal. So we'll go ahead and get this thing, those bolts. I might have to be kind of creative on there, getting those bolts back in, but yeah, we'll go from there. So we'll get you, actually slow you down a little bit, bring you down to the action. Yeah, look at that. All right. Since I labeled everything, super easy to put the stuff back together. Basically, all you need for tools for this entire project have been a 9/16 and a 15/16. I think I needed a 5/8. No, I didn't need a 5/8 or anything. So that was nice. Now, for some of you guys that are working on your tool collections, a little lesson I learned when I was building getting my tool collection built was, oh geez, stay. Oh, of course it's gonna do this now. There's one move. Come on. Is there's certain sizes you don't need to get duplicates of if you don't need them. A 19 and a 3/4, same size. At least in sockets, it's pretty much the same. 16 and a 5/8 are the same way. Now, some guys are hearing this and going, well, we all knew that, Kyle. It's pretty common knowledge. We also know that this thing's about to fall on me. Stay. But some don't, and, you know, sometimes you need that second wrench and you don't think you have one, but they are pretty much gonna work. 7/16 and 11 are also the same. So when I was in school for this stuff on the automotive side, we had an instructor that taught us that. And he said, you don't have to. Of course, he's the same guy that taught us you don't get paid for your toolbox. And here I sit with the dumbest toolbox that sits in my garage. So I took everything he said to heart. I had to pop that back out a little bit. Because everybody said I got to start these bolts. Or the bolts, you got to get them broke loose. Well, it's the same way going in. Doesn't give you enough room. So you want to get them all in there and then get them started. Don't drive them on with this, but get them all started like that. I hope you're seeing. Yep, you're seeing that pretty good. Also, this yoke only goes on the one way. So if you do what I just did, it's not the right way. I'll tell you which way's the right way once I figure it out. I think it's the tab deal goes to the bottom. This tab right here, I think that goes to the bottom. Yep. There's a seal in there. I think that'll work. So then repeat everything you just did. Get these restarted. Get them kind of sucked in there a little bit, and then you can send the PTO shaft the rest of the way home. And that way you can get a wrench in there still. Kind of gotta go in a little bit, then tighten the stuff up, and then go in a little bit more. There we go. So that's pretty self-explanatory. Tighten that up off camera, and then we'll actually put the seat on, because I realized that the seat goes on a lot better with that cover off. So we'll put the seat back on, and then we'll put the cover on, and we'll be done with this portion of the project. So we'll keep going on that. Yep, this is why we can't have nice things. Let's show you. So once you put the shifter back on, and came off nice, everything's fine. But notice a problem here. So this part is a 4.5 inch on center holes. My shifter is 4 3/4 center holes. So obviously not gonna work, because it's not even the shifter's not in the right spot. It's all goofy. I tried to make one, maybe if I tighten one up and see what it does. Yeah, so not sure. We'll find out. Maybe it was a different something. I gotta track something down. A different hydraulic pump on this and had a different. I don't know, but I gotta do some research. There's a 77 shifter on eBay right now. That maybe I'll get that. But if you need Oliver guys, this is one of my shout out. If you got a 77, a Super 8, if you got a Super 88, can you measure your center to center on your shifter and tell me what it is? Because I can't find it anywhere. I don't have another Super around here. And I'm thrilled because I really don't want to put the hydraulic pump back on. I really want this. So I'm figuring out a way to make this thing work, or figure out a new shifter or something. But yeah, so this project just got stalled and stopped. It'd be a blizzard when this was going on. So, all right, we're going to wrap things up. Like and subscribe, see what I can figure out about this. It might be a few days because I'm kind of frustrated, but we'll see what we can come up with. Thanks for watching. Bye.